All right, aloha friends. It's game time with the Goss on location. We're out here at Lovejoy High School, game one of the 5A Region 2 Softball Regional Championship. Melissa taking it over Forney 5-2. As always, my buddy Chocolate Bear Kenny Matthews of Friday Night Glory, and I'm Brian Goss with GM Sports Media. Kenny, we knew this was going to be maybe one of the best series in the area in the regional championship. Of course, the winner goes to state. For a few innings there, it looked like Forney might take this one, and then finally, as we kind of figured, the Melissa bats are going to wake up. Just what are your thoughts?
Well, the first thing you got to say is Santos pitched really extremely well here in the beginning of the game here. I mean, going four innings and not giving up any runs.
Just a freshman,
Yeah, to this lineup here and we called it one of the longest lineups we've ever covered here today for the Cardinals. And you know, you knew that they were starting to kind of catch up. There were some loud outs there in the fourth inning. You kind of were going, is she on gas or not? You know, we were wondering. And man, this Melissa lineup, it's a bear to kind of go through. I mean, 1 through 9 is just pop. 1 through 8, 1 through 9. It doesn't matter there. And Crabtree, I mean, I think she kind of gets the emotional leader on this team here. When she hit the home run to make it 2-1, you could see that sense was coming through the lineup. The confidence came through, and 4-run inning here, and we're talking about them up 1-0 here in the series, which I think a lot of it's kind of maybe expected, but it was kind of one of those gut out games for the Cardinals here tonight.
Yeah, Santos. I piggyback on that. Just did a great job.
She did.
As you know, she was the one that won it in the last series.
Absolutely.
Going doubleheader on Saturday, very hot day against a very stout Walnut Grove team. But it just seemed like if you add Crabtree's home run, which by the way her 19th, which sounds awesome, but that's good for third on the team. And then I also saw she took a hard liner to her leg area. I can't remember who hit it, but then that's kind of where she started to give up hits. I don't know if that kind of got into her head, but
sure. Yeah, she did. She gave up the line. I can't remember what it was, but go ahead.
I knew you had Shug Bradford, who had an RBI single, and then following her was Rihanna Wheeler, who had a big 2-run double, and that just kind of opened up the gates. Later on, Lulu Adrian had an RBI single to make it 5-2. But then you look at Alex Starr, right? Michigan State commit. You got a chance to, you've seen her, you've talked to her before, but sort of felt like she settled down. She didn't give up a run in the last 4 innings.
And think about this. I think you and I talked about this at the end of the game. You had just 3 total strikeouts in the game.
Yeah.
Starr had 1, 2 for Santos. I mean, that just doesn't happen generally, in softball, that you have 3 combined strikeouts in the game here. Starr maybe not had her overpowering stuff here tonight, but I thought she gutted it through here tonight. I thought it was a really gutty game. She kind of got off to that, slow start there in the beginning. She gives up the double there in the first inning. She wasn't hitting her spots, but man, from about the third inning on, she was cooking.
She was locked in.
Yeah,
and,
she really was.
Yeah, it just shows you that these two teams have incredible defense, and then obviously with the hitters, you're not going to see a lot of strikeouts. Game 2, still kind of to be determined with the incoming rain. Could be Wednesday or Thursday, but should be back here at Lovejoy.
At 7 o'clock.
At 7. I would think, the freshman for Melissa Mays is going to get the start. Had a one-hit shutout last round against Wakeland, and then, kind of undecided who starts for Forney. I mean, Slade came in. She did really well.
Yes, I was going to say that. Slade really pitched well. I noticed she'd been struggling a little bit coming in, but she pitched really well coming into a very tough environment. I mean, only giving up the 1 run, I thought that was really well, really good against that lineup. I mean, that's encouraging if you're for Forney going forward. If she does if she's going to start tomorrow or pitches sometime tomorrow, you got to be encouraged about the way she was able to come in and do what she did tonight.
Yeah, I totally agree. All right, again, that's Melissa taking it 5-2, game 1. They lead the series 1-0. They're a win away from going to state, but also we need to mention Forney. This is kind of their tradition, I guess.
Yes.
They don't want it to be their tradition, but last 2 rounds against very potent offenses, and they come back to win game 2 and 3. Can they do it for the 3rd straight week?
Well, you got to think about it this way. You get a new pitcher, tomorrow, so you get a new look. If you can get your offense kind of rolling there again, there's a chance that can happen in there, and then you have your other the other thing I think is the most key important thing in here is if you are Melissa, you got to be happy if you're resting Star for the next game. I've always been a proponent of resting Star a little bit if you could, a little bit. She's logged a lot of innings, but this offense allows you to have that.
Right.
You can allow the second string pitcher to pitch, the next game because of your offense. So if Slade and if Santos can come out and pitch, if they can only give up 4 runs, they got a great shot at winning, the next game, I think.
All right, keep up with us to find out when Game 2 is and all the other schedules in the area. Game Time with the Goss, powered by Gray with Promotions. Kenny Matthews, Chocolate Bear, my buddy, with Finite Glory, and I'm Brian Gossett.
Always tune in. Get your subscriptions to GM Media, please. Best stats in the area, especially during the playoffs for baseball and softball. If you've not done it yet, you're losing out.
All right, enjoy the rest of the week and be safe.